Evening, everybody. A quick update on some things we found after we got home from the track this weekend, and the car was obviously, it was down a little bit on power. I sent the data logs over and did some test hits and stuff, and sent the data logs over to the tuner, and he said, man, there's something going on with your car. The idle injectors are like correcting by like 30% at idle. So, of course, he said check for vacuum leaks and whatnot, which I came home and I used my little, hooked up my little smoke machine, okay, to hooked up the smoke machine to, one of the vacuum ports here and blew the smoke in, and smoke started coming out right here. Right here. There's a crack in runner number 1. So obviously we had a vacuum leak and was throwing the computer off. Of course, I also realized, this manifold is ported, so that, not to me that it can't be fixed, but if you look in there, I don't know if you can see very well, but there is a line where the crack is. I'm trying to get it in there, right through there. If you can see that line, you can feel it with your thumbnail. But anyway, when I blew smoke into the intake, yeah, smoke was coming out right up here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this in one hand, but if you can see the line. Dang it! But if you can see right in here, there's a crack inside the runner number 1, and you can feel it you can feel it. So, not that that could be fixed with some JB weld or what have you, or even just welded up. But with some unboxings and thing I've been telling you guys, I've been going to a 347 kit, and some of the parts have started to show up. So I've got my scat crank and my scat rods. Here's the balance sheet from Ford Strokers. They balanced it. They did send me the Wiseco pistons, but they sent me 30 overs, and I ordered 40 overs. So they took care of it right away, and Nicole was great on that. And she immediately called Wiseco and going to have them direct ship me some pistons, sent me a UPS label, and I put their pistons back in the mail the next day. So those will be here. But with that 347 kit, wanted to step it up a little bit, and going to step up to the TFS Box R. So with this intake being cracked, figured I had to pull it off. So let's go ahead and mock this up and see what it's going to look like. And surprisingly, it is real close to the hood being able to close. It does look like it hits a little bit right in here, but I can get it to latch. But it does seem like it's going to, we'll have to cut the hood out a little bit. And I'll show you guys how close it comes to closing before it hits. Which I was surprised. I do have an AJE member, but we're that close. We're that close. That's not bad for, we could maybe drop the K member an inch, might have it, but I don't know. I don't mind cutting a little hole in this or something. I already cut the bracing out of the bottom, or eventually go ahead and get a fiberglass hood. But anyway, I was very surprised how close that was. Of course, with the bracing cut out, that gives you a little more room too. But anyway, so I'm gonna get this, and we'll go ahead and try this setup. What the heck? See how that goes. Of course, this is set up for a 90 mil throttle body. I only have a 75, but the port alignment looked pretty good. Here it is. Here's a look at. They actually look like they CNC'd a little bit of the entrance of these runners. It does have some weight to it. This upper, it's got some weight to it. And then I do see, they have this spacer here. And some guys were saying, oh, you can mill that down or what have you, but yeah, you won't have room for your distributor to fit. So I think that's why a lot of guys, you can't go too far with that, is that barely fits in there. That was the reason I got the distributor in, was to see if there was any room to shave down the spacer or something and make a little more room. But ultimately I think I might just cut a little hole in the hood and go with it like that, or whatever. But anyway, I think we're going to get this bolted on here and just try it out. What the heck, we got nothing to lose. I mean, this intake is cracked, and I'm not too worried about it. I'm not in a big rush to fix it. But we could slap some JB weld on it or send it off to get to, I don't know who can weld aluminum. I know I can't, but anyway, this will be for the 347, and we'll be going with the TFS Box R. And I think we're just going to give this a try on the 308. What the heck, what do we got to lose? I mean, this thing's going to come out anyway, so we'll give it a go. Alright guys, so that's the update. Stroker kit's on its way in. TFS Box R. We'll get a cam for that setup. I'm not sure which one yet. But in the meantime, the plan when this comes out to go to the machine shop and get built for a stroker, the 86 this little rebuilt one will go in with the TFS heads, and I actually ordered a TFS 2 cam to go with that, and we can throw the Systemax on that. That'd probably be a nice little combo, and when the nitrous is up and running, that should be just fine. And then we don't have to rush to get this going, and we'll go from there. But kind of excited to try this out. Anyway, TFS R 347 in the works.